How's it going out there, YouTube? My name is Jesse, and I am back for another Golden Age video of heroes that you thought you knew. Now, today, this one is going to be the heroes that you thought you knew, Avengers styles. I have taken some names of the original Avengers and found names that were done first. One of these heroes is the inspiration for what would have been the modern age version of the hero when they first hit the scene. Another hero is actually from Canadian comic books, but done by a creator from Disney. And the third name on this list was actually a hero that were two different people from different comic book publications, but the hero is largely the same. So, for this video, we're going to be covering Thor, Iron Man, and the Wasp. Thor, Grant Farrell, I think I'm pronouncing that right, first appeared in Weird Comics #1 in 1940. The publisher was Fox Publication and created by Wright Lincoln. Let's see, Thor, and this is very much like the Golden Age version. Thor, from high up in Valhalla, felt that the Earth needed a defender, so he granted his power to Grant Farrell, and he taught him how to use his powers. When Grant would transform into Thor, he could fly, throw lightning bolts, generate storms, and use the hammer Mjolnir, that when he could throw it, it could smash through things such as tanks and would also return to him. Now, I've actually been able to read the very first issue. It had narrative issues, but it got the point across. So in Thor's first appearance, he would have the blue hat, the cape, and blue trunks. Near his last appearance, he would have a golden hat and red trunks. And his very last appearance, he didn't have the hat or the cape. So it was just the trunks, leaving almost nothing to the imagination. He also had a film in 2011 that starred Grant, and it was called Thunderstorm: The Return of Thor. Iron Man has no name revealed. He first appeared in Better Comics #1 in 1941. The publisher was Maple Leaf Publishing, and he was created by Vernon Miller, who was an artist for Disney. This is the Canadian superhero. Why he is named Iron Man, I have no logical clue. He's not made of iron. There is nothing that resembles iron anywhere in him. He has the abilities that strongly resemble Namor. He is super strong, he is virtually indestructible, and he is amphibious. He is strong enough to punch through steel. He does not fly, but his leg strength is so strong that he can make enormous leaps, just like Superman. Now, Iron Man is the last member of a mutated subspecies that lives in the South Sea. Apparently, a devastating earthquake had eradicated all but him, and he lived in a palace that was below the sea, and he somehow, by himself in his undersea palace, heard about World War II. Now, somehow, two children and an adult, named the Major, summoned him. Again, your guess is as good as mine. and Iron Man decided to fight with the Allies against the Nazis. He thought that the Nazis were no better than pirates, whom he also hated. I don't know how many appearances Iron Man has. I have researched a whole bunch trying to figure this one out, but I do know that he has a number of publications, or he appeared in a number of issues, the amount of which I do not know. The Wasp. The Wasp, Burton Shade, first appeared in Silver Street Comics number 1, 1939. The publisher was Lev Gleason, and the creator was, I'm not going to brutalize this guy's last name. The first name was Art. Burton Shade, a reporter for the Daily Free Press, that seemed to be quite a thing back then, decided that he was going to become a crime fighter and decided to call himself the Wasp. He picked this name because he had a cape that resembled a pair of insect wings. He has no superpowers to speak of. He appeared in 2 issues, Silver Street Comics number 1 and number 2. Second, Wasp. Wasp, Dan Burton, first appeared in Speed Comics number 12 in 1941. The publisher was Harvey, and there is no artist credited. The origin of this Wasp was newspaper editor Dan Burton was also the masked crime-fighting detective known as the Wasp. He devoted his life to fighting crime. Now, he does not have any powers to speak of, but he used his wits and fighting skills to be able to bring criminals into justice. Now, I don't know how accurate this is, but apparently he made a buzzing sound before he attacked, and only his pal, best buddy, knew what his secret identity actually was. It looks like he made 3 appearances in the comic books in Speed Comics number 12 and 13, and also Champ Comics number 19. I wasn't originally planning on including him, but I needed something to pad my runtime. So I'm going to include one more character that went by the name of Thor. He's actually known as Dynamite Thor. Dynamite Thor, Peter Thor, yes, his last name is Thor, first appeared in Weird Comics number 6 in 1940, also by Fox Publication, which did the other Thor. He was created by Lincoln Wright. Now, Dynamite Thor had his first appearance in Weird Comics right after the other Thor, who had his last appearance in number 5. Dynamite Thor had his first appearance in number 6, last appearance in number 7, and also appeared in a number of Blue Beetle comics. Dynamite Thor had these dynamite sticks on his belt. It allowed him to fly to a certain extent by blowing up the air around him, and the dynamite sticks would propel him through the air. He also used dynamite to fight his enemies. Apparently, he was immune to the effects of the explosions. But that's Dynamite Thor, an outrageous costume, not really too much details on him. Covering superheroes that were published in the Golden Age from other countries just increases the list of heroes that I can go over. I hope you liked this video. I hope it was informative. I hope you learned something. I couldn't actually find how many issues the Canadian Iron Man was in. I looked a lot for that, but he was in a number of issues, that I am for sure of. So, I hope you liked this video. I'll be back with another one soon. Until next time, I'll be seeing you.